Well, almost everyone has a flutter on the horses, or plays the pokies, or has a big night out trying their luck at the casino from time to time. And it's happening increasingly online too, in a big way. Winners are grinners, and they're always delighted. But for a significant number of people, gambling is not a once-in-a-while pastime. It's a serious addiction that threatens to destroy lives. How do you deal with it? Let's find out from our next guest, who specialises in treating people with gambling addiction, our very own resident psychotherapist, Roman Candle.
What was that, winners are grinners or something? Not everybody's a winner. Not everybody's delighted with gambling. It can be an absolute shocking path of life.
Well, it seems that if you do it well, then everything's fine. But if you do it badly, then, you stand to lose out a lot. And you work a lot in this area. How extensive is the problem?
The trouble is you don't have a great deal of control over the outcome. The power rests with the house, rests with the conveners from an online perspective. Look, it's been around for a long time. We go back to the ancient Romans spinning their chariot wheels. That's the origin of roulette, of course. Supposedly sophisticated Western societies in particular, especially for people who have more leisure time than perhaps they know what to do with. That could be the unemployed. It could be the leisurely and wealthy. I think it's an existential issue, and I know I'm told not to use big words in this segment, but people for whom there really isn't enough meaning and relevance in their lives, so that they can end up getting into gambling as a form of distraction from the fact that they really don't have enough in their lives to keep themselves feeling purposeful, occupied.
Is anybody in particular especially at risk? I mean, I'm thinking men versus women. Is it an ethnic thing? Is it an economic thing?
The genders can fall foul of destructive gambling in different ways. Women tend to have a predisposition towards what I would term escape gambling, and that is whereby they're actually using, say, online casinos, etc., as a way of taking time out from issues in their life that could be of a pain-generating nature. It could be, for example, a bad relationship. For men, it tends to be much more a risk-taking behaviour. We males really are biologically geared towards taking risk, and if perhaps our lives are dull, mundane, we look to getting an adrenaline rush of this nature. So you do see that sort of adrenaline chase versus the escape chase.
And Roman, theoretically, could anyone become addicted to gambling?
Oh, absolutely. Anybody, theoretically, can end up developing destructive gambling behaviour around any myriad of social choices.
I think that the gambling establishments, be they online or offline, are often accused of cultivating gambling addiction. Has that been your experience?
It's fair to say that these people are out to make money. I've been able to reconcile to some degree the fact that, yes, there are going to be those that provide the entertainment choices that carry with them harmful ramifications, and there are going to be those such as myself that are at the other end to pick up the pieces and to assist people to overcome. I'm a bit of a live and let live kind of guy in relation to that. I'm anti-advertising. I don't think gambling advertising is necessary. I think gambling needs to be peripheral, but it need not be front and centre.
Well, how do we recognise a developing gambling problem in ourselves or in our loved ones before it develops into a major problem?
The main things to look out for would be difficulties in meeting financial obligations, unexplained absences, fitful sleeping, if they're more aggressive, if they're more threatening, drastic personality changes. And it's okay actually to tap a person on the shoulder and say, look, how are you doing? How's your gambling treating you? Are you okay? And so long as your approach is not accusatory, is not judgmental, it may well be you'll catch them at a time where they're quite willing to say, hey, look, the old machine's letting me down, or the gambling table's really giving me a hard time right now.
Where do people go for help?
The internet is an absolute godsend. Look in your own jurisdiction. I would use, say, the likes of Google, put in search words problem gambling treatment, problem gambling options, problem gambling self-help. Those sorts of words will get you to your local jurisdiction. There are some good websites out there that can offer you, for example, some self-testing quizzes and the like. But you know what? I'm a bit of a cynic in relation to those. But really, if a person has a sense that they've got to give it a rest, they'll know they've lived the pain. They've woken up at 3 a.m. They've experienced the loss of hundreds or thousands of dollars. They're beating themselves up. Their confidence is down. They're not eating well. The pain is there. They know.
There you go. Wise word indeed from our own resident psychotherapist, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Candle.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks, everyone.